Hey everyone, it is one of your leaders, Ashton Meyer, and I wanted to create this video because I've had a lot of coaches recently ask me about, how do I run a challenge group? How do I want to run a free group? What's the best way to do this? Like, what are the stipulations regarding bringing them into a challenge group and everything? Do they have to buy this? Do they have to buy that? So I just wanted to clarify some things and give you guys a little bit about what I did in the very beginning, because what I did in the beginning was completely different to what I do now, and then show you guys some amazing tools that you guys can use in order to run very successful challenge groups and just continuously give your most value that you can to your group. So number one, okay, what you decide as far as what you're going to allow, who you're going to allow into your challenge group is completely up to you. There's no right or wrong answers. It's really, okay, am I being very intentional with my time? So when I first started, I had a free group where anybody who was wanting to accomplish a health and fitness goal, whether they were doing Beachbody or not, I got them into this group. If they were doing other products or anything, like I just asked them, hey, just if you want to post about how your journey is going, great. Like if I saw any sort of somebody coming in to try to snag people or whatever, it was like immediate, just out. Very, 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 I think it was really seldomly did that actually happen. But so this free group, anybody and everybody came in. And what I did is I would grab things from or from Google, because we didn't really have the challenge group guides at that time. I'd look things up on Google, things that I would read through, think that was interesting, and I would set up post. And to set up post, we would have to use Hootsuite. Not anymore. So it's so awesome how much we've gained and grown and everything. And then I also was running challenge groups. I believe back then I was doing like 60 or 90 days, but now since we've had a lot of programs that are, 21 days, 30 days, I was running 30-day groups. So every single month I was starting a new group. So I had people that were going in my free group, but I was running specific challenge groups for those who were going to invest in, and it didn't have to be necessarily a challenge pack. Honestly, back then we had the program and Shakeology. And back then we had challenge packs that were like $205, $180, and $205. So when I see $140 and $160 challenge packs and people are like, whoa, and I'm like, do you want me to tell you how much I spent in DVDs alone? And now I only have to pay $100 a month, $100 a year and have all of the programs? And you're telling me that's expensive? Really? Okay. Anyways, on the real though. So challenge groups were specifically for those that invested, because they invested in my time. I did more one-on-one with them. I still had my free group that I was running, that I was a part of, that I would comment and post on, but I also didn't want to devalue my time and everything. And I think that's a lot of things that us coaches can do, or we let other people be like, you just want my money, or you're just doing this for the money. And it's like, wait a minute, everybody has a job. Everybody has gifts and talents that they've been given by the Lord that they use to help other people out and grow an income from. So this is no different than you working at Walmart, no different than you working at GNC or working at a gym or working there. So don't let people be like, you just want to come in and get my money. No, I want to give you a solution to your health problems, to your finance problems, or to your emotional, physical, or emotional, spiritual problems, because my life changed that way. So I know that other people's can too. So, and that's why I don't let people sit there and be like, well, I can't afford. All right, I'm trying to give you a solution. Let me help you. Let me guide you. Okay? So, don't devalue your time. When they're getting that challenge pack, when they're purchasing a challenge pack, you need to let them know, first off, $130 is pretty much their meal replacement, right? It's a superfood shake that they're purchasing from you, and they have to take that budget out of their groceries for the month. So you can tell them, like, this adds up to like $4.30 a day. So that would be how much for the month. So you can take that budget out of your groceries because you won't need that because you're going to be replacing a meal every single day. Then it's only really like an extra $10 to $30 that you're spending on top of that to get every single program or to get 2B Mindset, whatever it is that they're getting. You can describe that to them. And then on top of that, you get me. So you have this one-time investment and you get me as your personal coach for the next, how long you ever are going to keep on going. Like, this is a life group. This isn't, I'm just going to bring you into here and we're done. Like, sweet, I got your money. That's how this works. No. So anyways, I would set up new groups I would set certain dates. So like, let's say for instance, next one's going to be July 9th. And then I would have one about 5 weeks later and go from there. And I would take everybody out of that group and those can roll over and stuff like that, those that were consistently posting and stuff. But it was a little bit more, it started getting more difficult because I'm like, I'm taking people out, I got to put 100 people in, like, no. So I now have one group, it's called the Lifers group, and they do invest into it. When they make the initial investment, they become a part of this group. And it's not that I don't run free groups. I'll run free groups more of like devotionals or more, personal development, positive groups that have nothing to do with health and fitness, because I love to help people in that aspect. But anyways, I know the value in my time and everything, and I can only work with so many people that I can't just let anybody and everybody, like, I'll add as much value as I can on my Facebook so that people are getting what they can or answer questions or this or that. So you have to pick and choose what you want to do. So I left one group open, and when they invest, they get in this group and they're in it for life. I've thought about running another free group for health and fitness, but like I said, it just usually they invest, so then they enroll over to the other group anyways. So let me share my screen with you here. All right, so you guys can easily set up a group if you go to groups and you hit create a group, whatever name you want. You could put Ashton's 12-week boot camp, if I was doing an 80-day obsession. If you were just running a 30-day, you could just do 30-day challenge group, okay? Simple. And then you would add somebody. You can add a note here before you add. So if you just want to be like, welcome to, and I have one like on the Evernote. If I can find it here. Invite into the group. Hey, I'm so excited to have you part of this amazing journey that we're on together. Thank you. Da 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 da. Okay. So I would copy this and I would put it for the welcome, and then you would add your people. So for instance, we're going to add Becca. She could be like, what is going on here? I would personally leave this as a closed group so people can see that you have a group and they can see that there's how many people in the group, but they can't see what's in the group or anything like that. You could also do secret if you want. I would not recommend it being a public group at all, just saying. And then you would want to pin it to shortcuts, and I'll talk to you about that. But I should probably just pin this to shortcuts quick. So then you create this, okay? Now, after you create this, you can put a photo in the background if you want. You can edit, like, I think it's under here. Edit group settings. You can also, whatever it may be. So now you have the ability to go to Grow a Business, go to Challenge Group Tools. And while that's pulling up, I will tell you too that in our actual team page, I believe that we have some challenge group guides as well too. And so, like, I think I have 2 or 3 different 30-day challenge groups that you can run, but Beachbody also provides that for us. So if you go into your files, you'll be able to pull up, I wonder if you should go by name, or you might have to scroll a little bit. I know I'm going to have to go through these things, but there really is a lot of amazing documents on here that you could probably be like, oh my gosh. So this is a 30-day challenge app post if you wanted to use your tracker app, 30-day challenge group post, 30-day clean eating and Shakeology group. So there's a lot of things in here. There's also going to be like a 5-day clean eating group in here that you guys can do. But like I said, if you go to challenge group guides, as it pulls up, you will be able to see that there is a challenge group guide for like every program, okay? 2B Mindset, Shakeology, and then there's also a multi-program that's right here. And so if you click on it, so let's say you want to do a Shakeology or PiYo or Size, there's the clean week, there's the little obsessed week, there's like, they're all there. But anyways, you can click on these and then they pull up and you have the ability for all of the weeks. I want to say this is a 60-day. Well, let me go to the weeks quick. So 12 weeks. But 0 weeks means like, so you'd want to, on the week prior to when the challenge starts, you want people in the group and you want to start figuring out what their goals are. Take a look at this. See how this has like an insert. So just make sure that you utilize that. But pretty much what you would do is you would copy, if I can. I already have these photos saved. I have a few that I've done, I've done how many challenge groups before. So you would go over here, Control V gets you that on there. I would go to my photo that I saved, and I have mine in my pictures, and not in that part, my pictures, challenge group guides, and here's my multi-challenge group. So I would go to this one, open up, it would pop up on there, and then you go down to the bottom as soon as that would load, and you hit schedule. And so let's say, for instance, we are starting this on the 9th of July. Well, we would want to start this the week before. So we would want to start this on the 2nd of July. And I always do mine as morning post. I usually do 5:15 a.m. That's just me. And then I would hit schedule. Super simple, and it tells me I have one scheduled. And so on like my calendar, I would just highlight a little circle by that date. So I knew like, okay, if I could only do 2 weeks of posts and I couldn't do the whole thing before I set this challenge group up, then I would know where I need to start off after that. So that's how you do that. Now, so for instance, what I used to do is to delete these groups when I was done with them, and I had to go through and remove everybody from the group. Sorry, I was just trying to, it gives you like a bunch of different, okay. So you delete everybody, or you had to delete everybody from the group. Like you could leave the group up, but I heard that with Facebook, if you had like, if you were part of a ton of groups, they would kind of flag you. So now I hit leave group after I deleted everybody, leave and delete. So it's as simple as that. So yeah, so that's how you guys can set up the free groups, the challenge groups, like, and for those of you guys too that are like, okay, well, I just want to run like a free group right now and then possibly set a challenge group up for this date. Great, do that. you guys can utilize some of these things too. And you don't have to necessarily throw like the Shakeology post in there or the Beachbody post, but you can pull up some of these stuff as far as like even going through all of the other ones and getting out goals or tips or this or that. And you can utilize those to post in your groups that you're already a part of. I know there was one thing that just got on my mind, and of course I'm a squirrel, so it like sidetracked off. Oh, so as one of my personally sponsored coaches, or even if you guys are in my downline, you have the ability to come into my lifers group and check it out and run through it and stuff. I will tell you, those that start to run their own groups become very successful in it. And that's what, like, I think I was in Lindsay's group, and the minute that I became a coach, I started my group. So maybe within 30 days, but I started a group right away, and it pushed me because I'm like, okay, I don't want to do this group by myself. What if I only have 2 people? But you know what? Even if I had 2 people, I showed up in that group every day. I still posted. I still did the stuff. So my goal was to have 5 people posting. So I tried to get about 10 people in. I have a few people in my group now that are in different countries that can't purchase the stuff that are a part of my group. And that's fine, because I know that Beachbody is constantly going to be expanding and everything. And I want to show them, hey, I'm here. Like, I'm here for you. And they're still doing like Insanity or doing this or doing that, but they can't get Shakeology or become a coach yet. I've got like 2 people from Australia that are ready to join. But anyways, so as a coach though, I would highly recommend that you set up a date. You know, once you sign up as a coach, then find a date that's maybe within the 30-day mark that you become a coach. Create a group, focus on bringing in 10 people into your group, getting at least, I mean, if you got at least five, that's 5 people, you guys. I know that everybody knows 5 people that need to get healthy and fit, or that can change their life. And if you guys need help as far as responding, I'll let you guys know how I respond to people, because I know where my heart's at, and I'm not going to let people be like, well, I can't afford it. Then let me show you how I can solve your problem through your finances and your health at the same time, because I've done it. I don't just shy away from people and what they're going through, because I've been in similar situations that I just don't let that pass. I just can't watch people be like, well, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. My anxiety is like this and da da da. All right. You know what? I tell people, I'm like, post this on your Facebook. Make it a public post this on your Facebook. Because if you get 5 people to join with you, not only is it going to cover your first initial cost, it's going to provide more than that. And then you have a journey that you can go with a group of people and rock this out versus just doing it on your own. Just saying. So I would recommend though, instead of starting a lifers group right away, that you focus on maybe doing 30-day challenges, because you won't have a lot of people that you'll have to transition over. And that's why I said when I first started to where I start or where I'm at now is completely different. But if you run, like, I would say at least 3, if not 6. So for 6 months running 30-day challenge. And then again, you'll have to just transition people over to the next one that are still wanting to participate. And then adding in the new people from the month before that are like, yeah, I want to do this. Great. Our next group is starting this date. We'll get you in there, da, 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 da. So then you're constantly, if you think that you're having 5 people, you're going to have 5, 10, 15. So if you have like 5 committed people every single month for sure, and they are posting, because you'll get people that will come on and they won't post. They won't do it. I mean, you can check in with them and stuff like that, because you should be, but they don't do it. And it's like, oh, man. So after 3, 4, 5, 6 months, you should have a nice group of people that are consistently posting, where you can start a lifers group, so that then all you do is you will bring people in, anyone that wants to join. I would still recommend giving dates, So you can still recreate different 30-day challenge groups because we have 2 or 3 or 4 different ones. Plus you can create your own by using some of the other ones. Or like, for instance, October 1st, Lift comes out for everybody. So I'm probably going to create a challenge group on that date based around Lift 4. So, because I believe like the majority of people will be doing it, and I'll be pushing for people to do it with me because that's what I want to do. So you can do that. Like when we had 80-day obsession, we've had a good 20 people, I believe, that were doing it. So that's what our group was based around. But other people were still doing other things, and it wasn't a big deal. So hopefully that helps you guys. Not hopefully. I know that helps you guys set yourself up for success. And just like I said, go and get out there and reach people. Let them know how you can help solve their problems, and really just have a heart of serving people and knowing that their life will change if they can just give you that little leap of faith and invest in them and see what happens with their life. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. See ya.